Hey, welcome to the Lions Den. We're at a new time today, 12 noon. May be having lunch, but today, cell phones, friend or foe. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Lions Den. Grab a seat and join the conversation. Let's dive in.
Hey, we took a little time off last week. I think our buddy Zeb went on a well-deserved vacation. Of course, this is his magnificent studio. So Jack Rock and I were left out in the cold with no studio, Jack Rock. But my man's back today in full force. Glad to have you back. Zeb, did you relax anybody?
Relax? No, I had two kids with me. I don't know if you can relax. No, we did. We had a good time. The older one, he's 4, and he he's getting a little bit older, starting to listen a little bit more. I don't know how long that's going to last. They keep telling me it doesn't get any better, but we'll see how that goes. And glad to be back here on Friday. I missed it, and I think the people out there, they enjoy the conversations that we have too.
Well, I do get a lot of feedback from folks, and I got to tell you, if you saw the size of Zeb's kids, it ain't gonna be long before they back talking you. As big as you are, it's not gonna be long, brother.
Yeah, that's what I tell them all the time. I said, I'm bigger than you. I'm bigger than you, at least for right now.
For the moment.
I'm bigger than you, yeah.
For the moment. Jack Rock, what did your week bring? Did you have a good week, man?
Yeah, Buc-ee's, street dances, just odds and ends, different things.
Yeah. So you were down at the Country Music Festival last night, were you not?
No, I was at the North Myrtle Beach Street Dance.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
But the festival will be today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Am I correct?
You are. In fact, I'm slipping down there early this afternoon. I think you've got some thoughts on it, and if you do, we need to meet up.
Yeah, I have to get in a few shots down there. Yeah, few profiles.
I hear you.
I do every year.
Folks, we're without Flowtown Flow today, and that's my fault because we changed the time because of the Country Music Festival, our intent to go down there. So Flowtown Flow had other obligations, so we were out the events of the week. We'll bring her back next week. But we do have our 2-minute rants, and I got to tell you, Jack Rock, you've been impressive. You've stayed right on the 2-minute mark. I don't think you can do it 3 weeks in a row, brother.
I got a rant today that I could go on for 2 hours with.
Well, you ain't.
We let him do a solo podcast on that one.
Shoot. It's on you, brother.
Okay. Always remember this, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. There's never been a statue erected anywhere in the world, in the history of time, that I know of or have ever read about, a critic. Just think about that, critic. It covers all of us. Be very careful what you say about anybody or anything that will hurt somebody. And if you do it and your conscience don't bother you, be very careful, because it might be the first steps to being turned over to a reprobate mind. You got to have a starting point somewhere, and being a critic could be the starting point for reprobate minds. So be very careful. And always remember this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. There's no critic ever made it into the gates of heaven. I'm going to tell you what Jesus said about a critic. Jesus said that a critic will gag at a gnat and swallow a camel. Do you remember him saying that? He was talking about religious leaders that were always after him, criticizing him. Let me give y'all 2 rules of life before I go. That kind of comes into this being a critic. Rule number 1 in life: don't sweat the small stuff. Don't be a critic. That's small stuff. Rule number 2, and this is the end, 2 minutes. Rule number 2, it's all small stuff.
Eat the meat and throw the bones away.
Eat the meat and throw the bones away.
He's taught you something because that is one of his.
Had you ever heard that before?
You're the one we hear from you.
I know it.
We hear it from you.
Yeah, a preacher my daddy told me that about a preacher one time that I weren't believing what he was telling me.
Look here, you wasn't looking at the camera with your rant. You were looking at me. I felt like you was preaching at me, brother.
I heard that you were talking junk about me.
Every day, 7 days a week. Hey, Zeb, how about the man? He had his notes over there too. Man, come prepared.
He did. He was ready for it. He said he could do 2 hours. I think we should take him up on that offer.
Well, really, that could be what our podcast could be about today, is a critic. And our podcast being about cell phones, where are you going to find any more criticism than on the cell phone?
Well, I got to tell you, we've got a lot of fascinating topics as we explore the cell phone. But right now, we're going to turn it over to the devil dog, the big man, for his 2-minute rant.
All right. So my rant today, where's my screen at? There we go. All right. So my rant today is, generally all of my rants have been kind of built into what's going on in life right now, right? We're talking about moving. I've talked about Yankees. I've talked about, all this other stuff. Today, I want to talk about what it takes to get a mortgage loan. It is absolutely ridiculous to attempt to even buy a house right now if it's not in cash. And who has the cash to buy $500,000 house? Because the basic, you want to start a level house.
Baby boomers.
You want to start a house. Well, it's not the boomers. We can go a little bit further than that. I'll let y'all off a little bit today. But if you want to buy a house, you're putting up, even a starter home is like $350,000 right now. It's crazy. If you want anything of any value. That being said, it's like, you're going through the loan. They want all your income. They want everything. They want your schedule of what time you get up to go to pee at night, right? That's what they need, everything. And all of this is a lot of it. Most of it is on the back of like the 2008 financial crisis, where they took AAA loans and they kept reverting them. This is to the banks, kept reverting them so that they maintain AAA or either progress to AAA loans, meaning that they were greater standing than they should have been. And so this is where the financial crisis came from. It's very simplified. All that being said, is the regulation downstream that has come from that is debilitating. It's such a nuisance to society in general that we need to completely abolish. Like, I want to just abolish the entire federal system. Like, let's just run 50 states, see what happens for a little while, and then we can get back together. Like a little breakup. You remember high school? Y'all used to be in high school. You went to high school. That was a long time ago. I didn't know if y'all had high school then. But, you go on a little breakup and you get back together. I think that's what we need to do with the federal government for a little bit, just to see what happens. Let's get rid of the regulations. Let's get rid of number one employer in the country. Call it welfare if you want to. But this is what we're dealing with right now, is regulation downstream from all of the failures at the governmental level, at the corporate level of banks, into our society. So it inconveniences the everyday American citizen. And at some point, we have to recognize, Rodney, it can't keep going.
Great day. He brought the heat today, Jack Rock.
He wasn't even timing me. I know I was over.
Let me give you a good example.
No, this is rants. This ain't.
I'm ranting.
You done had your 2 minutes.
Yeah, but I didn't use it all.
Yes, you did.
Reclaiming my 30 seconds.
Well, he talked for 4 minutes. You cheating me, Rod.
I'm up here babysitting. Go ahead. We're going to make an exception there, Jack Rock.
You're mad about that critic statement that I looked at you. You're paying me back.
What you got?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm not the owner of the microphone.
Oh, really?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm gonna just throw.
We're gonna extend you some.
I'm gonna just throw a little local plug in on what he's talking about. A pump house. Why would I have to have a permit to build a little old pump house cover? You know what I'm talking about?
Moolah.
Come on and let's start all over again, Zeb. Do away with everything. The politicians.
That's what I'm saying, Jack. Let's go. Let's start over. That's exactly what I've been saying.
And do you know how?
Of course, 250 years of greatness. here we are. Let's just start over. We can do it again, Rodney. We can do it again.
And you
I
know where
agree
you
with you.
start at? President, U.S. Supreme Court, right on down. Get
Get
rid
him,
of
Jack.
everything.
Get him, Jack.
Everything. And you got me turning into a Republican critic.
Well, y'all got me not even wanting to rant now. But I'll do it anyway. And we'll start by pulling up a little picture I have. And I posted this picture a little while back. This is one of the podcasts that we had some time ago. And look, all my dear friends know that all my life I've had a fear of dogs. So that's grown now. It's not so much of a fear of dogs, but being cautious of dogs. But I do want, this will be what my rant's about. Start with a funny story. All right. When I was probably about 11 years old, we were in the neighborhood and there was a house that we'd always go to under the garage. It must have been about 11, 12 head of us, 10, 11, 12 years old. And in the backyard, there was this dog that the dog's name was Pierre. It was a mid-sized poodle, right? Everybody knew I was scared of dogs, but they kept that dog locked up because it had a reputation to bite. Pierre would bite you. So we were sitting in there just having fun. And all of a sudden somebody said, Pierre's out, Pierre's out. 11 of them ran that way. Me ran the other way.
You were Atlantic Beach.
So I was here all by myself running down the road. And so all of a sudden my senses just lit up. They just lit up. I could feel the dog breathing right by me. Somebody said, Rodney, stop running, stop running. So I stopped. I was so much in fear. I stopped running. I could feel his footprints behind me. I could hear him smelling me. He got right up on me. One of his whiskers went into the back of my leg. I thought he had bit me. I yelled, started running. Pierre ran the other way. So that was kind of the genesis of my dog. But here's my rant. I walk the McLeod Rail Trail at least once weekly, usually on a Sunday afternoon. I was running, and it was this nice, it was 3 couples, and they actually had a stroller. Well, most everybody abides by the dog leash, which I greatly appreciate for many reasons. Their dog wasn't on a leash. And so I stopped, and I said, look, folks, I said, you look like friendly people. That dog looks like a beautiful, friendly dog. I said, but we do have a leash law here. And they didn't know what to do. I mean, it just kind of caught them off guard, but they wasn't ugly. I ran on past them, and since I was running and they was walking, I'd got back, and the dog still wasn't on a leash. And I pulled my earphones off, and I heard the young lady turned around. She looked at her husband, I guess, and says, should I put him on a leash? He says, no, don't worry about it. I got to tell you, if this was 20 years ago, I probably would have put that leash on him and escorted him out. Look, we all know dogs are wonderful people. I fall in love with Zeb's dog back here. That big old horse is one of the kindest things, but do I still ask you to put him up? Because I don't want to walk back here. He don't know me well enough. Yeah. I'm sure he's not going to hurt anybody. You're sure he's not going to hurt anybody, but I don't
Rodney
know
went
that.
over his 2 minutes.
I did. Okay.
But that being said, I did have an incident this morning.
Did you?
That dog wasn't on a leash. It was in the yard, and my dog's he's not aggressive to people, but
right.
He is to dogs.
Yeah.
And so the dog came running at us, especially if we have the baby. If we have the baby in the stroller,
Mm-hmm.
he's extremely protective. And I mean, nothing happened, but the dog came up to try and sniff him, and he growled, and I mean, I'm holding on to him. I mean, he's a big dog, and anyway, he kind of jumped at it was like a border collie, what is it, shepherd collie shepherd, whatever they are, Australian shepherd, that's what it was, and it kind of cowered real fast, got it pinned up against a bush, but nothing happened, kept on walking, and then there was another little fluffy walk down the road dog does like this. The little cocky dogs, the little small cocky dogs, their hair flop back and forth. Anyway, there was another one of them that were off the leash. The guy saw me. He put his dog back on the leash. And it's like, we don't have to do this.
Yeah. So to my point, your dog's the most friendly dog in the world. He won't bite. I get that. You know that. We don't know that. And some of us have fear of dogs.
Yeah, but mine does.
Be respectful. And when you're in a public park, have that dog on a leash. Look, I'm going to ask the beards and biceps, will you extend me 30 more seconds? Because I got even another
If you let
rant.
me tell you something.
Well, we're going to get to our topic.
We got
this
rules left and right today.
We'll never get through.
I got one thing to tell you.
Never get
Not a question. My son Dwyer was walking down the beach or jogging, and a guy's dog run over and bit a hunk out of his leg
Huh?
on the ocean.
Yeah.
So my question now is, does lawsuits come in on dogs?
Of course, of
They-
course,
yeah,
of course.
they always have.
Absolutely, yeah, and they always have. But what I'm saying is, just be respectful. Just be respectful.
What respect? Your
Put your
2
dog.
minutes.
Put your dog on a leash.
I was at somebody's house since we're telling dog stories, really early on dog stories. I was real young. I probably still have a scar from it. But a dog bit me in the eyebrow, and I was leaking out of my eyebrow. It grabbed me right here, right around my eye. And I mean, I don't have a fear of dogs, but that happened really
They're
early on.
just like people.
They
They're
are
unpredictable.
unpredictable.
They can
Yeah.
be unpredictable.
When I was about 5 years of age, I was
Here we go.
walking down a dirt road. Kid, nobody cared. I was 5 years old. 5 dogs jumped me and
Really?
eat me up, son.
Yeah.
And psychologically, I'm still affected by it.
Yeah, you are.
Can you tell?
You're affected by something.
Okay, turn it back up.
So, beards and biceps. Are you extending me my 30 more seconds for
Wait,
another
wait.
rant or not?
You act like we've been following the rules this whole episode, so go for it.
I don't know if we got any audiences up yet, but okay, yeah. So I got a second rant.
early now. I'm not on
So-
scheduled time.
Very true. So my second rant, guys, and I think both of you guys appreciate this to some extent because we all go to the gym. I'm in the gym every day. Now you've got your home gym, and I can remember as a boy, all I had didn't even have a bench press at one time. You know, we were benching off of the floor, and then when you got a little money, you bought your bench press, which served as your squat rack, your bench press, your sit-up table. It served everything, right? Today, when I go in that gym, and I got to tell you, I got a lot of friends that do this, and I'm not picking on you guys. The fact that you're in there, that's great. I applaud you. But they're bringing luggage into the gym. It's like they going through a TSA checkpoint. I don't know what they carry in these big old, it's like a full set of luggage. They've got this, that. Go in the gym and work out. You don't need all that luggage. Do you carry luggage?
No,
to
I
the
agree
gym?
with you 1,000%.
I mean, are you going to work
I don't
out? or
carry.
what?
I carry my headphones are in my ear. And my cell
Headphones?
phone's in my pocket.
Bam.
I leave my keys in the truck.
You know what they
I
call
don't even
it?
take
when-
them inside.
You know what they called that when I was growing up? Now they didn't have gyms and stuff, but when people acted like that and done stuff, call them hot dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like if I walk around all showing off, they call me a
It's
hot
just
dog.
unnecessary. You know, if you're in the gym, I go for extended period of
So
time.
show.
Sometimes I'm in there for an hour and a half. I can't
I'll take
think
that
of
back.
anything I
On
need to bring.
On
Do
leg
you have a
day,
gym crush?
No, I work out.
I don't even go to the gym, and I got 2 or 3 gym crushes.
Because yourself, you're crushing on yourself
I got a mirror.
everywhere. I've been in there. I'm there everywhere.
You're a lying dog. I hate my looks.
I take that back. I do wear my knee sleeves on leg day.
Okay,
But
well,
I don't carry them in. They're
Yeah,
on me.
It's on. That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
That-
Go
and,
ahead.
and look, I don't even mind I don't wear gloves, but I don't mind the gloves or some people
That's-
wearing gloves. But luggage check, luggage check. Come on now. Hey, look, this is a good time to pull up that
They just do
video.
what farmers carries. That's all it is, Rodney.
Okay.
Farmers carry.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. And
Getting creative, right?
Yeah.
So I think we got a picture of Jack Rock's gym. I played this video as a precept to today's podcast. It's that look afterwards that made me play this video. I think he even look at the looks that right. He froze it perfectly. On
That
the
was
look.
before I even started working out.
You're much bigger than you were then. But I remember visiting you there, and that was
I can't even
part of your gym.
remember that, man.
There, yeah, that was some time ago. And look, full disclosure now, go ahead and let it run. Jack Rock ain't this fast. I sped that video up.
Boy, I'm
says he's-
liking that.
Somebody says he's that fast, and no, Jack Rock ain't that fast. Hey, Sheila, glad you're with us here. Let's see, I was bitten by my own dog. Yeah, you just could never tell. My point is, dogs are great. I just got a new little kitten that I love to. Used to hate cats. I've got a kitten, loving every minute of it. Animals are wonderful.
why'd you get a cat, Rodney?
I've been by myself for so many years, and
Oh, I thought your girlfriend might have wanted one.
well, no, she has 2 cats, and that's where I fell in love.
Oh,
with
okay. So yeah,
I used
that's
to-
who it was.
I didn't want anything to do with cats. I thought they were the most worthless thing in the world. Au contraire, my friends, they're the greatest company you'll ever have.
Listen,
I'm loving every minute of it.
I like cats. I'm just allergic to them.
Well, a lot of people are.
I'm just allergic to
Let
them.
me tell
They're
you
low
something.
maintenance, man. See, like dogs, like on this trip we just went on. You want another rant? On this trip we just went on, we got to find somebody to take care of the dog while we're gone. It's 5 days, and that's just a hassle. You got a cat, dude? Get him a little door, throw him outside. It's
Or inside with a
inside.
little
Can I
box.
throw a
Let him go.
rant in there? Can I throw a rant in there?
You are already.
Wait, give me that badge, please. I already know I got
Go
to
for
have
it, Jack.
He's-
You gonna give me permission for a rant?
I got you. Go. You got 30 seconds.
When I go to a homecoming or a family reunion and everybody's bringing food and I know that there's animals in their house, I ain't eating
Really?
no food.
Okay, yeah.
Why would anybody have an animal in their house with all that fur? Don't tell me it ain't in the house. It's when you start vacuuming stuff, it's in globs. It'll fill the vacuum cleaner up. That is in the food that you bring for other people to eat. Dandruff, those dogs and cats got dandruff. It is pure sickening to me that a
Well,
human
Rodney,
being.
Rodney.
There's just
Rodney,
no telling how many
Hey,
enemies
Rodney,
you
Rodney,
just
Rodney,
made.
Rodney, let's start a list of things that Jack Rock has eaten, with the grossest being first, and I promise you that doesn't even make the list of top 50.
No. Let me throw
Not
one
even
more
close.
in there about what you just said.
You got a mute button.
I love to go to the restaurant where those people in the kitchen are spitting in the food I'm eating.
Well, we're gonna get on topic now, okay? But I will tell you this.
Am I right or wrong about the hair and the dandruff?
So I'm not special, but I'll tell you what.
I'm making a lot of people mad, but
I
I ain't
pro-
running for
I
nothing.
promise you making some people mad.
But I ain't running for nothing. I do not need no votes.
Okay. Today's topic, as we promised. Yeah, Jack Rock hates animals. There you go. See there?
Jack Rock hates animals. There it is. That's it.
What is it?
And somebody just said,
You don't like animals.
can you replace Jack Rock on the threesome?
It's called
Down with Jack Rock. Kick him out now.
I agree with
I wouldn't want to eat with Jack Rock. No, I'm making all
eat
that.
me or
I'm
eat with
I'm
me.
making,
You know what they said? They
I'm
really
making all
said.
that
Here's what
up.
they said, Ronnie. You see it right there. They said Jack Rock eats his beard hair, but won't eat the cat hair.
Let me tell you what I did see. So when he comes here, he gets here normally before I do. It ain't on there. Quit straining your eyes, Jack Rock.
I can't see that far.
So when we first came up here, Zev, today, I got here a little bit earlier, but he comes here and he sits out there in the parking lot of your house and he eats before he comes up here. He had half the food in his beard.
I know everybody that's got a beard does
That's
it, man.
where
It
I
just is what it
store
is.
my food.
Especially if you got a mustache that's longer than in your top lip. Dude, you can't avoid it.
Did you
can't-
know that a monkey can put 20 peanuts in his jaws? 20. Well, that's where I got that from. I store my food in it.
Jack Rock, you didn't take your medicine today? Or did you take too
I
much?
can't remember.
Or did you take too much of your medicine today?
I think I took some of my wife's, what kind of pills does them women take?
I don't know.
All right, let's
Look, can we
let's
get
go
on
back.
topic? Do y'all mind if we
It's
get on
on you.
topic?
You
all
keep
right.
jumping. Chip.
Well, all right. No, you.
I'm blaming Rodney.
I keep getting interrupted by Jack Rock. I gotta put on my glasses. There's so many interesting facts about these cell phones. But let's do this, and I'm gonna start with you. Let's do a little test, Zeb, if you don't mind. We all know that cell phones rule the world today. There's just no question about it. Zeb, do this for me. We're gonna use you. Go to your settings on your cell phone.
Oh Lord.
You know how you
Yeah.
pass with all that. And on your settings, as you scroll down, you'll see screen time.
Mm-hmm.
Notice I ain't asked Jack Rock to do this. I asked him to bring he don't carry his cell phone anywhere. Your average time daily, check this out, which is way more than everybody else. It's more than mine.
Yeah, mine's high. Super high.
Well, you do a lot of pocket, a lot of
Yeah,
stuff. So Zeb averages 8 hours and 28 minutes a day on his cell phone.
That is all day.
So you say that, and when I looked at mine, I was at 7 hours. So I'm glad to see that he's more. But the average time for most folks on a cell phone, is almost 4 hours a day.
Can you see what mine is?
Well, that's so ancient. I don't. Does that even dial out?
I doubt it.
Does that even dial out? I know it. I'm always calling you. You don't call me, so I don't think it even dials out.
I do not do cell
Yeah,
phones, ladies and
The
gentlemen.
vast majority of mine is YouTube. I listen.
YouTube?
I watch. We're listening to videos, and I think that it counts most of that.
Well, mine is a little bit of all music. I mean, because when you play your music, that logs that.
Well, now
in
you
as
two
well.
guys are in business. You have to have your phone.
Well, a lot of different things. Do you know when the first cell phone came out? Do you know when the cell phone was invented?
I can
Vietnam.
remember I was on a
72,
construction job.
73.
Very close.
I was on a construction job, now young, first cell phone I ever seen. And it looked like a military walkie-talkie. A crane operator had one, and he set up the crane all day, and I don't know who he's talking to, because nobody else they have one.
Well, so to that point, Jack Rock,
That was
you're right. So it didn't hit the market to 83, but it was 1973 when it was
Nailed
First-
it, son.
first. You did, and so to your point, Jack Rock,
It's like I know things, Jack. Catch up.
I was my first job was with the morning news, and everybody was starting to get them. There was these bag phones that you were talking about, right? So I had to have me a bag phone, right? Bought me a bag phone, couldn't afford it, and certainly couldn't afford the time on it. But since I had this bag phone when I was riding around in Florence, you know what I did? Stuck it up to my head, never talking to nobody. Just showing off. I couldn't afford to use it.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it.
Jack, he acts like he don't do that anymore.
I wish.
Hey, that's
I have to
like
put it on
me.
silent
I don't
now.
have air conditioning on any of my vehicles, but I ride around with the windows up during the summertime.
No way.
Hey, but you remember back in the day,
Brutal, dog. That is brutal.
Good comparison.
but you remember back in the day what the cell phone was? I mean, it was the phone booth.
I just got
Do you even
one, so
remember
I
phone-
don't.
Do you even remember
I've
phone
never.
booths?
No,
We used to have to stop, if we were on the road or somewhere.
not phone booths, but I've seen call phone. Put your quarter in.
Yeah, well, that's phone booth. Yeah, that's really kind of
That's how you count.
Yeah, but they used to be
Outside like
enclosed in a
convenience
booth.
stores
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's when we had.
Now
to
I
stop.
remember bag phones. D Daddy had a bag phone that he kept in his in the car.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Yeah,
And no, I remember.
it was
those.
like it was about like a suitcase.
Yeah.
Do you know what? And I'm asking questions, and I get on you about asking questions. The first guy that was responsible for the cell phone was Martin Cooper, was his name. Do you know what the inspiration? Do you know where he got the inspiration from a cell phone was? Star Trek, Captain Kirk. You remember Captain Kirk when he
Yeah.
pulled that little thing out and said, "Beam me up, Scotty"? That was the motivation for the cell phone. That's how all that got started. Not the technology, but the mere design.
You're old enough to remember this. I'm going to ask you a question. Do you remember the old saying used to be that one day, we're talking about on these old
Mhm.
dial phones.
Yeah.
This is what the conversation was with a lot of people. Do you believe one day we'll probably be looking at each other on a phone? Do you remember that
Yeah.
when you were a kid?
And here we are.
Yeah, I remember people would say that.
Yeah. So it's not far fetched to think one day when we say "Beam me up, Scotty," that we're going to be transported. You might think that's a foreign concept, but nothing. I mean, there's no limits on what
They in the process of
we can
building
do today.
something on the moon, a little.
So this phone right here, do you know it has more technology? And I think we talked about this on another podcast. More technology in this phone in all of the Apollo space capsule. Can you believe that?
Y'all gonna get me started.
Can you believe it? No, let's stay on topic. Let's stay on because
That's what they say.
because he's
That's
all
what they
over
say.
the place. He's all over the place. Let's go what Wikipedia says today. All right,
We'll run it.
Give
But,
it a pass
YouTube,
today, Sam.
YouTube will put a little.
Give it a pass, Sam.
YouTube always puts a thing down here and says the moon landing was real under every video that mentions it. So
We got another
There you
video that only a few people is going to recognize. It's the guy there was a comedy. Do you remember the comedy called Get Smart? You may not. He was a detective, and he was like a bumbling idiot. I think we got just a still picture up here, and we'll show that afterwards. There's a still picture of a guy. He used to have a phone in his shoe,
Yeah.
And this was the early 1970s. It was a great comedy, and people watched it. If you can't find it, that's
Yeah, I
okay.
got it right here.
Yeah, this guy. That was Get Smarts. And he was an FBI agent or something like that. He had all the technology, but one of his technology, and look, you can even tell by the suit that that's a very old picture. But he'd get a call on his phone, and it was a shoe.
Inspector Gadget.
Very much something like that. Indeed, it sure was. We pick up our phone, guys, 100 to 150 times a day.
Rookie numbers.
100 to 150 times a day. How many times you pick yours up a day, Jack Rock?
You wouldn't be here now if it weren't for you.
Step up to the microphone, buddy.
It wouldn't be with me now if it weren't for you.
I made it bring it in.
Let me ask you a question. I cannot stand money change in my pocket.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little heavy.
I don't like stuff in
You
my pocket.
think I'm going to tote that thing? How you spell tote?
Tote.
Okay. I'm not going to tote that in my pocket
I ain't never
all day long. No way, Jose.
Yeah.
No.
I don't, but I tell you what.
See, what you got to do, Jack, is you got to lose the weight from your wallet and then transfer it to your back pocket. You got to keep your phone in your back pocket and your wallet in your front pocket.
Never have I carried a wallet since I was in high school. You know why? You want to hear the story? I got in a fight one time. I got in a fight one time with an old man on the beach when I was a teenager. A bunch of us down there cutting up, and this man come out. And that man hit me so hard, I went in the air, and I landed on my billfold. And it like to broke my butt bone. It was a week before I could walk straight. But I ain't never carried a billfold since.
So I'm the same way. I don't like anything in my pockets. This is the only thing I carry with you. But guys, within this cell phone right here, of course, most valuable thing.
Your whole life's on that thing, Rodney.
It is. And let's don't go without saying my contacts. I've got all my contacts in here that I've got over the years. I've got my driver's license. I've got my credit cards. I got the most valuable thing. I just saw somebody tune in. Got a picture of my girlfriend here. That's the most, that's the most valuable thing that I got here.
Don't let Lee see your phone.
Hey, but here's the thing. And this audience, you might relate to this. We took a trip. We went to Mexico a couple of weeks ago. And you know what I did the whole thing? I call it the cell phone boogie. I'm walking around, all of a sudden I'm saying, where's my cell phone? I'm moving all around. Do you ever have that? I mean, that's a real thing when you think, where's my cell phone? I can't
feel
find it.
naked.
You do. And you start searching everywhere for it, all over the place. I've done that. When we went on our trip, I must have did the cell phone boogie about 20 times. 20 times.
See, here's what happens. As long as you don't leave your everyday area, your vehicle, your house, whatever, you know where it's at. Yeah. But when you move from where you're at to another location, it disrupts everything.
Jack Rock, me and Zeb aren't independently rich. We have to zoom, go places. We have to hustle to make money. We're not sitting out there in the country in Lakeview with bags of money buried in our backyard like you.
Whereabouts in the backyard they at, Jack?
I'm gonna take a shovel. I'm gonna take a shovel back there one day.
Because you're gonna hit a glass jar.
He's got money buried.
You know you're gonna hit a glass jar. You start digging.
Did you know that most critics are jealous people? Eat your heart out, cuss.
90%. Check this out. Have you ever sent them? Now, you probably won't participate in this, but Zeb, 90% you text a lot, like me, right?
I try not to, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I think most people are like me and text quite a bit. Matter of fact, that's the preference, I think, of most people now, texting instead of calling.
Yeah, I much prefer a phone call.
Yeah, so me too. You're an old soul, but most young people, your age or younger, they're going to text. 90% of any text that you send is read within the first 3 minutes. Within the first 3 minutes. You know what drives me crazy? And you're not going to relate to this, Jack Rock, but Zeb, when you're sitting up there and you're texting, remember you see those little dots, then they go away, and then here comes the dots, and then they go, and you're thinking, Come on, man. Are you going to say it or not? You going to say it or not? You can turn that feature off. And I turn it off on mine because sometimes I do.
Because you're waiting for them to answer, right?
Answer, yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm thinking,
You don't have enough going on, Rodney. That's the problem. If you
too
got
much.
time to sit there and wait on the dots to return.
no, I'll tell you why. I never leave the ball in my court. I answer everybody that calls me, every email I answer. I can't stand for the ball to be in my court. So if somebody's responding to me, I'm going to get an answer right back out as soon as I
Question
can.
for both of you. Okay, the little bit that I use my phone when I'm in my easy chair watching TV or listening to the music, I get so tired in just a few minutes of psychologically, and my arms get so tired I have to, no more than I'm on there, how to lay it down and rest. Am I the only one in that shape?
You want to?
That's the reason I hate
You want to
that.
bring last week's podcast up? I think. Did he not say that in last week's podcast?
I don't know. I mean, I'm
You gotta
34,
keep up,
young,
Jack Rock.
I'm young, youthful, 34. I think I can hold a cell phone.
That's that's why that's okay, folks. Last week was the arm wrestling match of
Week
the
four last.
of the century. I told you I had Netflix calling. Everybody want a piece of that action, but we gave it to the Lions Den audience. That's why you lost. You can't even hold a cell phone in your hand. That's why you lost, brother.
Listen,
Them biceps ain't nothing but for show.
it ain't nothing but fake.
Nomophobia. You know what nomophobia is? And over 200 million people suffer from the disease of nomophobia.
Holding the cell phone too long.
No, close stuff.
Nomophobia?
Nomophobia. Nomophobia. Let me get rid of the I.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes things.
We have
let's see.
stumped the encyclopedia.
Let's see.
We went through every phobia there was one time.
We did.
But that weren't on the list.
It's not a phobia. It's not a phobia. Is it a malformation of the pinky from holding the cell phone?
Let me hide my. He's over.
Did I nail it?
He's.
Oh, you can't stop me, son.
a little bit, but I believe he's cheating, Jack. I got to hide my notes.
What is it?
Say it again so everybody will hear.
Nomophobia is being without a cell phone or losing a signal.
Oh.
200 million people suffer from
Oh,
it.
it is a phobia.
They freak out. I might have not put the I in there.
Rodney got me all excited.
So using a cell phone, Jack Rock, our good friend Robbie said, Lori up at the county says, hello.
I will say, it's not, I mean, it's not a phobia, but when we were looking for houses, and we were out riding around taking a look, I checked the cell phone signal at the house. And if I had one bar,
that's trouble.
We got problems.
Then they come down on the house price.
Now, we grew up in the country where we didn't, we had a cell signal out there, but in between, some of the drive in between Dillon and the house, you lose a little bit of signal, and it kind of gets a little spicy sometimes.
That's a negotiation point with your whoever you're buying it from. That's a negotiation point.
Do
they
you
need
guys?
They need to lower that price.
Do you guys keep a cigarette lighter plug-in in your vehicle to keep
for sure?
Huh?
For sure, yeah.
Okay. Well, the reason I asked that is vehicles nowadays don't have ashtrays, so I didn't know where they have cigarette lighters or
New ones don't. They don't.
New ones don't. But what new ones do have is full-on outlets.
Plug-in
outlets. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can plug in and any other kind of little device.
Yeah.
They used to have ashtrays in. Why you get us off topic? Why you did? They used to have ashtrays in friggin' airplanes. Did you know that? You could smoke on airplanes once in a day. You used to have ashtrays.
Now
in
you
airplanes.
can't even use your Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah. And people's using their luggage to go into the gym.
They just passed a law on the beach down there that you can't smoke on the beach anymore.
I'll be dog. What you gonna do?
I think we need to bring back smoking on the airplanes, Rodney. They're falling out of the sky now because they're not letting them smoke on the planes. I think that's what it is. We got to bring them back.
Well, when you get in politics, which I know you some ambition, maybe you can pass some legislation on that.
There we go.
Devil dog.
My forefront policy is bringing back smoking on the planes. There we go. Done.
70% of cell phones 70% of the time when you're on the toilet, people use their cell phones. You buy that?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
When what now?
70% of the time that you're on I agree. I think it is too. 70% of the time that you're on the commode, your cell phone's in your hand.
Man, your hemorrhoids will fall out. You can't sit on a commode over 5 minutes. Did you know that? Your
Who'd you learn that from?
intestines
Elvis?
they're relaxed. The weight of your intestines will push your whatever out.
Did you realize that you get full-fledged medical advice here in the Lions Den from Dr. Jack Rock?
I'm telling you, that'll be when you get hemorrhoids, the first thing the doctor will ask you, you been on the commode too long? What's your time on the commode? That's the biggest cause of hemorrhoids.
We know, so it's not far-fetched to believe that most people, where they are doing their business, they do have their cell phone. Because what did you used to do? Magazines, right? Magazines. I mean, you're spending time doing something, right? So here's some good stuff. You're authorized to carry your driver's license and digitally and your registration on your cell phone. So if you get pulled by a cop and you don't want to tow the wallet, if you got your cell phone and you got it in your digital wallet, it is authorized to show your driver's
in
license.
the state of South Carolina or nationwide?
State of South Carolina is the only thing I looked up. Probably in many states.
I might do that now, actually.
I got a digital wallet, all my concert tickets, my registration, my driver's license, my insurance card is all right here, buddy Roll.
You know,
that's why I do the dance when I can't find my cell phone.
You know what I always ask the cop when they stop me? Never been stopped but a few times. What are you doing stopping an 80-year-old man? You don't have nothing else to do.
Well, you don't drive fast either, do you?
Just got caught for speeding at the beach.
Did you? How fast?
70 miles an hour.
I mean, in what lane?
I asked the cop.
And what was the speed limit?
Probably
55.
Okay.
At Green Sea. I said the beach, but I was on the way
you got caught in Green Sea?
That's
at
different.
Green Sea.
Yeah, they got.
But here's the lucky part.
They got to have some revenue.
Yeah.
Here's the lucky part.
See about like
The cop, I recognized his last name. I said, "You got to be from Dillon County." He said, "I sure am."
Did he? Well, we ain't gonna ask.
So I said, "Now when you
don't out him, don't out him."
No, all right.
I said, when you go back to your vehicle to write a ticket, I said, you remember you ain't far from 80 yourself, and it'll come back to haunt you. He laughed. He come back with a warning ticket.
Do you know that some marriages are allowed by way of cell phone? You can have the bride with a cell phone in one country.
No.
Yep. But most prominently in what? Military. Some people get married via.
Really?
Yeah.
Man,
I did not know that.
Yeah.
You can get married on FaceTime.
Yes, sir. According to ChatGPT.
That's nationwide.
Well, it didn't say whether or not it was nationwide.
How would it stand
That's
up
very
in
bad.
a court?
Very
It's
bad.
terrible. I
That's
agree.
very bad.
In a family court, how would it stand up with a judge?
So I'm not an attorney, but I'm just telling you that's what ChatGPT said.
Yeah, I'm just questioning.
In South Carolina. Well, look, which would have stole a lot of business back in the day from all of our hometown Dillon because we were the marriage chapel of the world. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. I did.
Jack knows it well. Our little marriage chapel down there. That was one of the most prominent.
It
that
was
was one of the most prominent positions in all of Dillon County.
It was called the millionaire job.
Mm-hmm.
At the last time they run for judge of probate, there was 13 people on the ticket when our judge of probate got indicted
Do you remember
for vote buying.
Do you remember what that brought in? I think that because they got a part of those proceeds, right?
Oh, yeah. The majority of it, they set the price. Okay, a guy asked.
But I mean, it didn't go to the county, did it? Did it go?
Oh,
to the
no, it
individual?
went to the county. The only thing they got was the price of the marriage license.
Yeah.
That's all they got. That's where they made their money. That weren't nothing. And the judge of probate, if you were local, he gave you the license.
Right. That was one of those lucrative positions. Everybody wanted that probate.
$1 million
Was that
job.
because they came down from North Carolina
That's the reason they came
had,
to the blood test in North Carolina. We didn't have a blood test
Yeah.
in South
You
Carolina.
could get
What do you mean
married.
they had a blood test?
Well,
to
there's
test for what?
So there was a wait. There was a.
I know there was a
why
wait in
did-
North Carolina.
Why did they do blood tests?
24-hour waiting period.
But why did they do blood tests for a marriage license? I don't
to
know that.
tell where you were an alien or not.
Oh, Lord.
There's so many
Did you-
aliens
I
anymore.
Oh, you mean?
Illegals or you mean green?
Yeah, that's what I'm at.
just teasing.
So do you know why?
I don't know.
That's interesting.
I do
Well, I
not
know
know.
it's a weight. I mean,
I-
the weight was the weight's a big
The
issue.
weight was the issue.
All right,
You could do it.
question.
You could do it just like that.
I'm calling
Then
for
you
the
could
blood
honeymoon.
test.
Then you could honeymoon over it south of the border.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
is that a thing? I mean, that was a thing.
Absolutely, that was a thing.
Really?
Yeah. But I am interested. We're gonna have to find out about that blood test.
What
What's
was
purpose?
the? What
I
was
mean, the only thing I can guess would be for obviously how kin you were inbreeding.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody said inbreeding. That's the only thing I can guess. I mean,
Matt's
listen,
pretty
everybody
good.
here, everybody watching this is probably from the PD area, right? How many generations of you are from the PD area?
Where you going, Zeb? Where you going?
I mean, listen, go call your grandma, say, hey, how is pick some random person related to some other random person, and she's gonna tell you, tell me I'm lying, Jack. Tell me I'm lying.
That was my first cousin.
There you go.
So,
There you go.
So listen here, my Lee gave me part of one of my Christmas gifts was a DNA test, and it was I held on that thing for 4 or 5 months before I sent it off. I was scared, but I got a lot of lumber in me. I'll let you know that now in case you want to get messing with me, Jack Rock.
You know, you've always reminded me of a Mexican.
I get that all the time.
I
You
will
don't.
say this.
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
I will say this is a little bit controversial. We're kind of getting off the subject here. A little controversial, but scientifically speaking, you know, your prime offspring comes from third and fourth cousins.
Oh,
Most fertile, I think, is how it's worded. But
Okay.
yeah.
Now, what made Dillon County so popular with the people in North Carolina getting married, coming over, was their parents did it before York County started it. So York's on the Charlotte border, but they didn't get the majority of the marriage business because people wanted to get married in Dillon because our mama, our grandmama, and all the hereditary part.
Gotcha.
It was a
It was
tradition to get married in Dillon.
Yeah, a
But they would-
tradition.
but they would come from all over, just
Everywhere.
because of the
all over the United
because there was
States.
no delay. They would come from all.
Oh,
over.
they'd be lined
It
up.
says STD.
Oh, thank you, Claire.
Screen for
that
STD.
was an obvious that we didn't even think about. Thank you for that, Claire. Appreciate that. We need to have Claire. Would you like to come on and replace Jack Rock? Because we think your rants would probably be a little bit better than Jack Rock.
I can't see that. It's on the other side of the screen.
Now, she was saying they screen for sexually transmitted
the,
disease.
Oh, yeah.
For STD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
makes
that's a
perfect-
good answer. Yeah.
Perfect sense. Yeah. Thank you for that.
Was that a big deal back then?
Mama.
Maybe I should ask it. Was that a big deal back then?
Well, the government took 500 people, civilians,
Hey,
and give them what kind of disease was
see
it?
that.
Zeb, that's why I'm sitting on this end of the table and I put you in between the two of us.
The audience didn't see. I asked Rodney first, and I said, "Let me ask Jack."
Hey, to that point, check this out. Where's my little notes on this? Do you know this phone right here, kind of like Jack Rock, it's got 20 times more bacteria than the toilet.
Can you
That right
imagine?
here has 20.
Don't say that. Jack's gonna go eat the toilet, Rodney.
Let's spray this bad boy off.
Can
20
you?
times more bacteria than a toilet.
You know what I've always heard? One of the nastiest things there is in the United States is a man putting his cap on an eating table while everybody's eating. Number two, a woman's purse
Mm.
on an eating table
Yeah.
or a counter.
We're going all over the place now. You know, even when my girlfriend asks me now to bring her something out of her purse, I'll bring that entire purse. I ain't never gone inside of a purse.
You ain't got time to
You
find
can't-
nothing
Not
in there.
because of that. Not because of that. I
You
just
can't
ain't
find
going.
nothing.
Well, you can't. It's a riddle, ain't it?
It is.
But I ain't going in there to start with. I'll bring her the whole thing. She'll shake her head and go, "Didn't I
They
ask-
stuff
didn't I ask
in
you to
there,
bring
boy.
that?" You believe they stuff in
They
there.
be stuff in there.
Ronnie talking about people taking luggage to the gym. The women haul around luggage all day long,
Hey,
son.
don't you never get behind an old woman at the grocery store line with a big pocketbook.
Tell me why, because I know why. Tell me why.
They got the coupons.
You won't never get out of there.
And
She's got 5 compartments.
well, let's back up, because I ain't as brave as you are. I always give disclaimers. Okay, I love you, women, folks. You're the greatest thing in the world. But another reason why you don't get behind a woman in the grocery line, I go to the grocery store 3 times a week because I cook a lot. She'll unload all them groceries up there and sit there and watch that, scan all that, and the woman will say, "That'll be $78.42. Then, and not till then, does she bring that pocketbook up, open it up. When I'm up there, before it's even gets, I got my car. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And look, and if there's 2 cents, they ain't giving no nickel. She gonna spend 10 minutes looking for them 2 pennies. Am I all right? Sorry,
And
ladies.
here's
Y'all are
how she does them.
one at a time.
Squeezes them.
We're gonna lose all our female viewers here
No,
today.
because they
And
agree.
animal lovers. There's gonna be nobody left. There's gonna
Hey,
be nobody
all-
left.
It's not as bad as it used to be.
All
I'll just say that.
females aren't like that. Hey, these females that are right now listening to us that agree with us.
Yeah, I hope so.
I mean, they have the same problem.
Listen, when we were younger, my mama, we would go to the grocery store. Mama had she would do couponing. Like I mean, we weren't like wealthy or anything, but and so she would do couponing. She would have like 1 or 2, gallon Ziploc bags full of coupons.
Wow.
We would go up there and she would sift through them at the register. Now she was efficient. She had already done it prior to, but it will still take a little bit of time.
Well, that's frugal, and I've seen that where there's actually, what we used to call
I don't
photo
blame 'em
albums.
either.
They have coupon albums. I mean, that's
So really,
but I ain't getting behind them.
so really, we're on another rant.
It appears so.
Ronnie's getting us off track
It
again.
appears so.
I'll blame Ronnie.
All right, what else we got here? What was the first? See, he's cheating. He's looking. Did you see that?
Oh Lord!
You looking just as hard as you can look.
What am I
The
cheating at?
encyclopedia.
What am I cheating at
My
here?
questions.
Oh,
The encyclopedia is a cheater. He's a cheater.
All right, go ahead. You had to write down the questions and the
What
answers.
was the first message ever sent on a cell phone?
.com.
The first message
Message.
ever
Did you
sent.
know that was a woman's name back then?
Uh-uh.
DOT.
Uh-huh.
COM was her
Okay.
first and last name. She got named. .com got named after this lady. You know what her name was?
.com.
.com.
All right, you go ahead now. You
Was that short for Dorothy?
I don't know.
what is the first message ever sent?
First message ever sent. I'll let Jack go first because he was there.
What was first?
The first message.
You
It
know,
would have to be "I love you."
good guess, but it ain't.
I was looking at you when I said that.
Oh Lord, I got no idea.
Okay, all right. Merry Christmas. Merry
Really?
Christmas. Yeah. First message ever
I don't
sent.
believe
More or
it.
less, I love you.
And I
Right?
don't have any more details.
I
That's what
don't
I'm saying. It was a
believe
good. It was a good. And I guess it was a test message by maybe Martin Cooper, who invented this whole thing.
I don't believe you. All right, what we got?
So I had. Yeah, he does cheat, man. I promise you, he cheats.
Ronnie.
He ain't that.
No.
He's smart, but he ain't
Oh.
that smart. Yeah.
All right, let's see.
And Jack.
What's next? Let me see.
Yeah. See
Let me
that?
see.
No more questions. I'm not pulling Jack Rock on you. Who's got a question for you? Got a question for you.
Go ahead.
All right, so I had a teacher to call me because she saw the prerequisite video that I put out to promote when we're going to be on here. And, there's a lot of, and understandably so, there's a lot of concerns with teachers with this digital stuff today as it pertains to the classroom. They told me that kindergarten kids now have to be taught how to pick up a pencil because everything they do right from the inception is, with the phone, even at that young age. So they're even having to be taught how to use a pencil. My argument with there was I thought that would relate to a lot of our audience that's perhaps our age, but it's kind of a moot point because you don't go back. Those days are gone. We're not going to digress with any of that. Like it or not, all that's here, and it's only going to progress. It's not going away.
Like, do they teach cursive anymore?
I don't even know if that's a teachers. Is that a curriculum?
Because I'm thinking cursive should have went, out of the way as soon as like typewriters came about. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, and it didn't. You're right.
Do they still diagram sentences?
Still what? Diagram? Oh, like structure them? What do you mean diagram sentences?
When I was in school, you had to know how to diagram a sentence. Noun, pronoun,
Subject,
verbs, all
object.
that.
Yeah.
I was a grown man before I found out what it was for. What purpose did it serve? Do you know?
Will you tell us?
Writing letters. You had to know where to put each word in a letter.
Yeah, I'm good at the English.
Because we didn't have cell phones back then, so you had to write letters.
Yeah. Right.
And you had to know how to lick the envelope.
Yeah. But you do think about all the challenges that teachers have now. I think phones, I'm not sure, but I think they're probably outlawed, not outlawed, but prohibited.
Yeah, a lot
classrooms.
of schools have done, basically tried to do away with
And
them.
I know some parents fought back on that because they said, what if there's an emergency? Well, we handled all that just fine in years past. If there's an emergency, teacher's certainly going to take care of that, and then the administrator afterwards. But there was a lot of teachers that a lot of parents that fought back when he gets to wait. He ain't on camera, but when he gets to waving that little finger over there. What you want, Jack Ross?
I was going to say that probably if they're going to ban cell phones in the classroom, the teacher has probably got a cell phone for emergencies for one of the kids. Yeah. All the parents has got that teacher's number.
Right. So Robbie Speaks is here with us often. He's my roommate, big old 6'7" giant, just a heck of a guy, but he was a coach and teacher. My administration would not even let me teach my seniors how to sign their name because it's no longer a standard. That's in a rural town in South Carolina, about the size of Dillon County. I won't say where for whatever reason. My grandson was not taught how to print. They went to straight cursive. So that is a thing. It's transitioning on out, guys.
Question for you then.
For the encyclopedia.
Mm-hmm.
Test him.
Zeb, if you're being young, been through it, me and Rodney ain't been through it lately, and you were talking about mortgages.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's say that you're going to buy a house and you go, the last time I got a piece of money, I had to sign a stack of papers that high. What are they doing for signature anymore then?
Email. It's something called DocuSign. There's a couple of other sites.
Electronic signature.
They email it to you. It comes up on the screen. Most of the time it's scanned in. Sometimes it's not. But you click a next, and it takes you to a sign spot. You click sign, and it gives you some typed out signature looking thing, and you put it on there. I think you could probably actually sign in or upload a signature if you needed to. And then you click next, and you sign, and click next, and you sign, and you click done.
Yeah.
And it sends
a lot of times
back.
you don't even have to be in-house.
Well, now, I just sold a house, and I had to go meet with the lawyers and all and the people that were buying the house here in Florence. Mm-hmm. And I still had to sign a stack of papers that high.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the seller.
Well, they knew you didn't know nothing about no and I'm using great English here. Nothing about DocuSign.
I think most of the time you still have to be present to do closing.
That's
what you did. You did closing.
Yeah.
That's
right.
Where the mortgage stuff and a lot of the front end work that you need before you get to closing can all be electronic. Somebody can correct me if they need to, but I'm pretty positive because the lawyer's involved, you have to be present.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a notary there.
Makes sense.
I guess maybe the notary is there, not the lawyer necessarily.
So some of the features on a cell phone, I got to tell you, probably not one of the most valuable, but certainly Yes, one of the most valuable. Back in the day, Zeb, and you may remember this, but certainly Jack Rock does. We took a little trip. We had to get these maps and had to stop on the
Oh, I
side of the
remember.
road, pull the map. This
MapQuest, we go print off a MapQuest.
well, no, we used the fit because
Oh, the Atlas.
Yeah,
We-
yeah,
we
we
done
used to have
that too.
Atlas. But this having the GPS on this thing, I find is one of the most valuable tools.
You know what?
There
You know
is.
what? Here's my take on that. I hate it.
Do you
I
what?
can't stand it.
How do I get
You want me
where
to
I
tell you-
need to
let it-
go?
You want me to tell you why I hate it? Here's why I hate it. Because everyone has access to everything. Used to be, you had to have a little bit
This
of
is a-
intelligence,
this is
a
a
little bit
rant.
of preparation before going to the Great Smoky Mountains. We go to the Great Smoky Mountains. Everyone is there. Go home, please.
That's a rant, wasn't it?
If there wasn't a GPS, they wouldn't be there because one, they wouldn't know about it, and two, they couldn't get there because they're quite frankly too dumb to do it.
Well, I would tell
So there's an IQ gate that has now been erased. Now everyone has access to everything.
you.
Go home.
But here's one point about this, and I know you'll find this interesting. So I love it, right? Because it is so convenient. It tells me how to get there in the most expeditious way. The thing is, though, everything starts to become of money, right? I think you got lobbyists
Welcome to
out there that's really dictating routes based on various things. So I don't even,
various things.
I don't
Rodney
even really
being
trust.
very vague over here.
I don't even really, some of that is not the quickest route, but you're going to go by such and
Rodney's
such.
digging
place.
himself a hole right
A little
now.
bit.
Go to Buc-ee's and see if it's about money.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah.
Shoulder to shoulder, son.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
Well, no, that's what it is, though. That's just the nature of really the world, but primarily capitalism is at the end of the day, it is about money.
Yeah, well, I love me some GPS. The only thing I will say, just like these folks that flash their little lights when they see a highway patrol to let the oncoming traffic. Look, I'm not really down with that. And they've got these, what is the app on there that Waze, yeah, that tells you where all the cops at. Look,
You know what
that's a
came out that
safety.
Wa-
That's a safety issue. I don't.
You know what? It came out
Just
that
slow your
Waze
butt
is
down.
a Chinese intelligence surveillance app.
Wow, really? I won't dispute that. Really?
Yes.
Okay.
They're basically mapping the U.S. and how the interactions with people in the roads go. I could probably find the article, but yeah.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting to read. And I won't dispute. So I've accused Zeb quite often to being a little far-fetched on some conspiracies, but I've seen some come true that he's brought up. But that's
And the ones that haven't, you just haven't given enough time.
So do they have that technology on the fighter jets, the ones that got bombs and the ones that ain't got bombs? Warn you ahead of time before you get
I
there.
mean, anything's possible. Right?
Maybe it
You
was
know
Waze.
they have.
It was one of them.
Banking. Do you pay your bills online, Zeb?
Oh, it was a different country, not China.
Okay.
We'll
what-
leave that be right now.
Yeah. All right. But matters not, right? If anybody got that access other than us in our country, that's a concern
Yeah.
When you get my age, you don't have bills.
because you got all that money buried in your backyard.
They just reach there and snatch it out.
I'm going to go check, just see where there's loose dirt back there. I know there's some loose. You got to retrieve some of it. You go to the beach too often. The man even bought, we talking about cell phones. Tell him about your hat you got on your head. He says he doesn't prep for this. He's got notes over there. He freezes his lemonade before he comes here to enjoy. What kind of hat you got on?
A cell phone hat.
Don't tell me that man don't prep.
And you'll have to take your phone and take a picture and see what that emblem means. I have no idea.
This is another thing I was going to bring up too, is that, we have miniature computers in our hands, right? I was just able to Google the thing that I claimed to fact check myself. I was close enough that the point stands, but now I can go to Google. I can go here. I can take a picture of this thing and it'll tell me exactly,
It's a real estate emblem.
well, this one's not. It's
So
just
you-
bringing
so
up a
you're
lot of
lying.
similars.
So
Yeah, I was lying. I didn't know he was going to Google me.
It's not even bringing it up.
I
actually.
got it.
Because he's not telling the truth.
I got it out of the real estate lawyer's office. It was hanging on the wall, the nail, so I got it. I liked it.
This is just bringing up a bunch of zigzag orange lines, which is basically what it is.
But question.
No, let's don't get past you telling stories in the Lion's Den, telling me that was a cell phone hat.
You fake it till you make it.
I reckon so.
These people are used to people lying to them.
Oh.
It's not even bringing it up. So you got
Question
off on that
why
one,
he's
Jack.
looking that up.
It's just orange zigzags. Bringing up hats with orange zigzags lines on it.
Cell phone hat.
He
Question.
tried, Rodney. He tried.
He's
But
and he's trying to
my
move.
point,
See him, he's trying to move on right now,
You
too.
can fact check people on the spot with these things.
Question. In, let's say, the PD area, how many people's got AI on their phones already?
Oh, there's,
Everybody. I mean, it's on there. I mean, Google's first thing is to give you an AI answer to anything you put into it. So if you have, I mean, even if you have just like Google on your phone, it
So
sends you
it's
AI.
getting very.
oh, it's prominent now. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's prominent. It's prominent. There's another little point that I missed earlier. There's more cell phones out there than there are people in the world.
Here's a question.
There's
that
more cell phones than people.
You should know this answer because you're so into the, whatever they call it.
Hold on to what? Hold on. What are we? What is it? What are we into the what?
I'm sitting
What's
here.
Rodney
I'm
into?
sitting here. What's next?
If you got AI on your phone and it's relevant now, you're saying, where are they getting the power from? You said we were trying to get it in Marion County where there's not one. Well, where's all this power coming from to generate?
There's data centers all over the country already and outside of our country.
And it will come all the way from Nevada to here.
Yeah. I mean, it travels. Yeah, it travels up there. Hey, Zeb, we got a video. It's a good time to show this video.
Yeah, we can do that real quick before we jump into that video, Rodney. One thing, not that video, not that one, not that one, not.
Please, not that one, because he ain't that fast.
We've put $1.7 trillion into AI and data centers, and it hasn't even moved the economics of America. That's a lot of money to pump down the drain, basically.
Where'd it come from?
What do you mean? Thin air.
Huh?
Thin air. You just make it. You can just make money.
Investors.
No.
So
The
made
government
up.
subsidizes it.
So the
Well, the
1.5
governor's not. They're not subsidizing anything in South Carolina with data centers. By the way, not anything.
Not directly.
Matter of fact, there's a lot of legislation. I tell you what, we'll make data centers a whole topic. Perhaps our next one. And
Let's do it. I need to
we'll
study up
come-
on it anyway.
Yeah,
Elon Musk, has he already become the first trillionaire because of this AI stuff?
No, but SpaceX is going to IPO soon and is probably going to do it for him.
That'll make a trillionaire out of him.
It'll get close.
let's check out the video.
Your phone knows what you'll do before you do. It knows how long you stare at a video, what makes you angry, what makes you insecure, and what keeps you lonely at night. Every swipe teaches the algorithm something about you. Not just what you like, but what controls your attention. It studies your habits, your fears, your late night thoughts. And slowly, you become predictable. The scary part is, your phone listens more carefully than most people do. Every late night scroll, every pause, every secret search, it was watching the entire time. Your phone knows what.
Absolutely. You have no privacy. Congratulations.
Agreed. I couldn't agree more than that. I can't wait to have. Let's don't get into it now. But data centers, I'm 1,000% for them. And I'll be able to make my case, and I'm sure you'll.
We'll let Jack moderate the Rodney Zeb.
There's so many misinformation.
I think they're extremely dystopian. I think they I'll lay the groundwork, but yeah, I think they contribute nothing to the everyday American, the general society. So
I'll prove different next week.
We'll see.
All right, guys, we'll wrap it.
To the point. You have no privacy. Your phone records you all the time. I don't know. Have you seen it take pictures of you in IR?
Tell me what IR is.
I mean,
I don't have to know what
spectrum that we can't see, right? It's so like when I turn on the flash on the phone, you can see that, right? But there's also an infrared beam that it sends out and takes an image of you infrared. So we have a car seat cam that shoots like nighttime, so that you can see at nighttime when the car's dark. And if you have your phone over there, it'll if you're in the back and you're on that camera, maybe we could do a short video on this. It'll flash your face, and you can see it on the screen on the car cam. And what that's doing is taking a picture of you, like every 15 seconds.
Wow.
If you're on FaceTime, it's blinking, blink, 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 all the time. And so when it takes a picture of you, it also takes a picture of what's on your phone screen. All of this is being stored. It's being collected.
Right.
It's not being stored technically. This is governmental talk a little bit. It's not. I think it's not being stored technically because it's not being filtered. It's just being collected. And so when it's stored, then it has to be separated and filed. Right. So that being said, you have no privacy.
So you're a study of all this stuff. I'm just loosely a study of it. But I do buy in that there's so much that we don't know that's taking place because they are a predictor of everything. There's just no question. Big Daddy's listening. I'm the least conspiracy theorist that you'll ever find, but you're naive if you don't think that this don't know everything.
Well, that's why they outed Epstein. They don't need Epstein anymore. They don't need blackmail. They got their guys.
Mm-hmm.
Question.
Answer.
Where did the saying, and you've heard me say this before, where did the saying, great increase in knowledge and travel come from? Who said that? Who made that statement?
Wait, what? Go again?
Great increase in knowledge and travel. And it covers the cell phone. Where did that come from? If you don't know, I'm going to just go ahead and tell you.
Well, in Proverbs, it says, beware of unearned wisdom. And I would chalk that up to the same place as technologies.
In the book of Daniel, he made the prediction from a dream. You know, God spoke to him through dreams. And he said, when you see a great increase in knowledge and travel, you'll know the end is near.
Yeah, so much pointing to that. So much pointing to that.
Yeah.
You know, when I talked earlier about these and, you know, even all my financial stuff is here, I do get concerned when we go on for many reasons, but I'll just hit this topic and we'll start to close out here in a few minutes, folks. But any kind of currency that's not money. I mean, you think about it. Back when I was a little boy, but this is going to be so simplified.
That's another.
It will, and so that's why I don't want to get bogged in on it. But let's tease it with this: something as simple as this, and I've got dozens and dozens of examples. One of my daddy's brothers, we used to go out to Minern on Sunday. We take a little trip out there. You know what the treat was? He'd give us a 50-cent piece. And we thought we got $1,000 when he.
What year was this?
This was a long time ago. Actually.
Before 71.
It would have been very close to then. Probably.
Okay, go.
Very, very close to then. Probably a little bit after 71.
Okay, it was worthless then.
But I mean, what a treat! You know, those kind of little things. Giving they call it a piece of money. Giving your grandkids a little piece of money. I mean, that's a tradition that's going to be taken away from us. I just use that one as an example because there's 1,000 examples of those kind of things, you know?
You know, they've already they've experimented in certain cities with doing away with cash, and it didn't work. Mm-hmm. It's too soon for that.
Yeah, well, It's,
I don't think it's too
it's
soon.
around the
It
corner,
just-
Jack Rock.
It has
Yeah,
to be. It has to be all at once. And kind of the Rodney's point is that that
Traditions.
that physical presence of the thing carries more weight than a plastic card.
Absolutely.
You know,
And the plastic card carries more weight than it being a number on your phone. And so even we can go back, the pinch of gold is going to carry more weight literally than the dollar itself. And so when we came off the dollar standard, when we started implementing some of these alternative payment methods, you get so disconnected from the very thing that is supposed to hold value in itself that it becomes less meaning.
And then
not
think-
meaningless, but
And think about this gratification. Again, this is just a little simple example. My son, in his earlier days, I could Zelle him or Cash App him money. I could send him $100.
gone.
He'd get it right then. Well, that's
Then
the
you
point.
spend it right then.
That's the point, but that's not my point.
Oh, go
What if I say, well, Zach, I'm putting a check in the mail, so it's not going to get there for 4 days. So I've got 4 days worth of anticipation. Man, that check's in the mail. Going out to check the mailbox to get that check or the cash or whatever you may send. I mean, so
yeah.
many little things are going to go away when we go to a cashless society. And look, we're not even scraping. When I use these little small, insignificant examples, this is not even scratching the surface of what we can talk about.
Digital currency and stuff.
nationwide. Are you listening to me, Rodney?
Not really.
Well, look at me when I'm talking.
I
to
don't think so.
What is the first sign that just happened recently that our actual money is being taken away from us? The actual.
Do tell me, Jack Rock, what is it?
Somebody, one of you guys, intelligent. It just happened.
What was the question again, Jack? I wasn't half paying attention. I was watching Rodney over there get ready.
Rodney, you're interrupting this program. What is the first
By the way,
sign?
the name of this show is The Jack Rock Show. Tune in next week.
What is the first sign that just happened recently that our money, actual money that you feel of in your hand that you're talking about?
They stopped
going
the
to let-
production of pennies.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
Good.
Nailed it.
Good.
You gave the encyclopedia too much time. When you first started asking that question, I saw smoke coming out of his ears. We gave him too much time to figure that out. All right, we're closing up. What you in with, Jack Rock?
I don't really have anything other than just be happy and stay off of the cell phone.
Okay, good.
Stay off of. Hey, take that. You know why? One reason at home that I don't use the cell phone. You get started on that thing, and the 3 hours that I need to work out in the morning will leave you in a heartbeat on that phone.
Couch rot. We talked about that before. Couch rot.
Okay.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good 2-minute rant to start the program off with, Jack Rock. Enjoyed it and hope to see you down at the Country Music Festival. What you got to end with there, Devil Dog?
This debate thing has been going on for a little while. The conversation has been going on for a little while. I think the cell phone is just a natural evolution. I mean, it's an evolution of the newspaper and everything, any other form of communication that we've had all packed into one. Can it be dangerous? Sure. I think at the end of the day, it's a tool, just like most things are a tool. It depends on the person wielding it, right? A sword can cut you if you don't know what you're doing, right? Cell phone can hurt you if you don't know what you're doing. And so, this is what it is. Same thing with the AI. We're not going to stop it. We can have this, this conversation. And even if I'm right and I win the debate, it doesn't matter. It's not going to stop the data centers from coming. And so we do need to wield the thing for good, whatever that means at the end of the day. That's my position on it. And I just want to note that I got all of the answers that Jack answered, questions Jack answered today. Right.
Well, here's the thing. We're not going to digress, whether it's good for us or not. Did you just get a message over there, Jack Rock?
Yeah, you heard that. He
I heard a beat. Did you just get a
Well,
message?
here's the catch
Read
to
it
it.
out loud. Share with them.
I want to have sex with you tonight.
I'm glad to see
You
him this show.
asked me to read it. And that's what these phones do. Do your phone do the same thing?
Rodney, look how big the text is on his phone.
I won't.
I still can't
It
see it.
can't even read it because it doesn't run together. It breaks up words. It's so big.
We have lost 90% of our audience today because you
told
and your
me to read it.
and your filthy mouth and
You know how they send sexual messages on Instagram. Everything is something sexual. How they let that go on?
What you mean?
How they let it happen?
I don't know.
And they're encouraging it. That's
So-
a different conversation too.
If you got a small kid with do they read this
Well,
stuff?
Go off,
do-
Jack. Go off.
Yeah, there's controls you can put on your. There's
Okay.
controls, parental controls.
Well, I need
So
that.
let me ask you, Zeb, before we close out though,
That ain't funny, Zeb.
hey, before we close
Jack,
out
a
though,
little self-control.
it doesn't end. It doesn't end here. I mean, will we beam somebody up one day like Star Trek? I mean, how can you say no to that?
I don't think so.
How could you possibly say no to that? With
Because it's
what
not.
you've seen.
It's not. It's antithetical to physics. Is to I guess to beam someone. I mean, I guess it depends on how you see that.
I'm talking about exactly like Star
Well,
Trek.
you would have to dematerialize and rematerialize something. Is it possible? I guess in theory, like for instance, you could look at something like, do you remember the plane that disappeared? That was MH370 over. It was a Malaysian Airlines flight.
Mhm.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, never found right.
Never found it. No scrap metal. No nothing from the plane. The people haven't reappeared anywhere. And there's a guy by the name of Ashton Forbes, and he's been doing this research. I think it's like 6 years now. I might have mentioned this before on this podcast, but they essentially have taken, and this is where he's at, and they've released or leaked papers on this, and we've taken some things at scale, at a much smaller scale than what they're trying to apply on a larger scale here. This kind of dives deeper. Like even if you look at something like, how they found the pilot in Iran that crashed, they say, yeah, well, we have this detector that can detect a specific heartbeat for 40 miles out. And it's like, yeah, we had that back in the 80s. Okay, what are we dealing with now? And so that's kind of the concept. What he's basically come to, and we have this is real footage. It's not AI, it's not CGI or anything. They've taken essentially fusion orbs that have traversed around the plane. This is on video, multiple videos, and basically collapsed and created a cycle. And you can do this like from a quantum level and teleport things. So to answer your question, I think we've already done it, but it's not this beam me up per se. So possibly.
Right.
I don't think so, but possibly. That's a lot. That's a lot for the end of the podcast. But you asked the question, so.
Do you know what Einstein said about the question that you asked?
Oh, Lord.
Einstein said in the 40s, when he was studying all this, what do you call it? What was he? Do you know what his title was? Physicist. He was a physicist. Well, anyway, he said you can get where you're going with time travel, but you can't get back with his study.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, I enjoyed the conversation. If we got any audience left
Just don't ask me to
after Jack Rock
about my cell phone.
picked apart every one of you, we hope you'll join us next week for the the Lions Den show. Hey, listen, remember to live that subscription life. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. There's a lot happening. Join us out at the Country Music Festival, whatever you may do. Have fun, folks. This is one little life to live. It's just a vapor. Make the best of it. Thank you for joining us in the Lions Den. We will see you next week.
Welcome to the Lion's Den. Grab a seat and join the conversation. Let's dive in.